Hello guys, my name is Dilip Dwivedi and I'm from English Arena. In this video, I'm going to talk about the usage of had to. Okay, I will talk about when do we use had to, how do we use had to, and I will also give you some examples just to make it more clear. And guys, one more thing. I have made another video where I have spoken about the usage of has to and have to. That means present tense, like how do we use compulsive modals in present tense. If you haven't watched that video, the link is given here. Go ahead and watch that video. It will help you to understand the usage of has to and have to. So if you're ready, we can start. All right, guys, let's get started. Use of had to, compulsive modals. So had to is used to talk about necessity, obligation, and compulsion that existed in the past, and had to is the past tense of have to. So guys, had to is used in past tense, and it is used to talk about something that was really important to be done, something that was really necessary to be done, like we did not have any option, we had to do that job, it was very important, right? Or maybe it was our compulsion to do the job. Okay, for example, it was a matter of an important client, he had to think a lot before taking any decision. Okay, so maybe that client was very important, he was very special, maybe that company was expecting good business from that client, so before taking any decision he had to think a lot, or he was injured, so we had to take him to the hospital. Okay, perhaps he met with an accident and he got injured, so we had to take him to the hospital. Or I had to reorder my checkbook because I lost it yesterday. I had to reorder my checkbook because I lost it yesterday. Okay, now I will talk about formulation. I will talk about how do we formulate the sentences. So for affirmative, we start with subject, then had to, base form the verb and object. And for negatives, we start with subject, then did not, then have to, base verb and object. And for questions, we start with did, subject, have to, base verb and object. Now guys, one more thing I would like to clear here is that had to is only used in affirmatives. In negatives or in interrogative sentences, we use have to. We don't use had to. All right. Now let's go for some examples. And just to remind you the formulation, subject, had to, base verb and object. So for example, they had to leave early because it was about to rain. So it was about to rain, so they had to leave early. Or my application was rejected, hence I had to speak to principal. So maybe that I had applied for something and somehow it got rejected. So it was really necessary for me to speak to principal. It was my compulsion to speak to principal, so I had to speak to principal. Or he flunked in his first attempt, so he had to reappear for the exam. He had to reappear for the exam. All right. Now let's go for negatives. How do we formulate the negative sentences? So this formulation is subject, did not, have to, base verb and object. So finally he started performing well, so his manager did not have to put him on warning. Okay, did not have to put him on warning, did not have to. My brother fixed the issue of my laptop, so I did not have to take it to the service center. All right, I did not have to take it to service center. Or her class was cancelled yesterday, therefore she did not have to do her homework. Okay, her class was cancelled yesterday, therefore she did not have to do her homework. Okay, now let's talk about questions. How do we formulate the question? So we start with did, then subject, then have to, base form the verb and object. For example, did you have to go to the doctor that day? Did you have to go to the doctor that day? Or somebody told me that your leaves were rejected. Did you have to cancel your trip? Or why did you have to send him the email as he knows everything? Okay guys, so this was all about the usage of had to. Thank you very much. I hope you have understood it. But if you have any question, leave a comment here. I will try to make another video on that. Thank you very much guys for taking time and watching this video. And it would be really appreciated if you could subscribe this channel. Thank you very much. Bye for now.